Hey guys, Ziv here for episode number 2. I'm going to be talking about the bigger picture of DIY. Things that'll get you started on any project. Primarily the plan, the budget and the timeline. So with the plan, or the goal, I'll tell you a little story about me wanting to build my own house. It wasn't easy, that's for sure. But when I was 21, I travelled the world, saw a lot of things, and sort of figured out a few life goals that I wanted to achieve. Having a family, providing shelter for my family, so building a house. I thought, that's a real manly thing to do. Build a house, provide shelter for my family. I'd love to achieve that before I die. So that stuck with me in the back of my mind. I had it written down somewhere as a note on my phone. Then years passed, I got married, had kids, was in fly in fly out work in the oil and gas sector. Didn't want to do that, wanted to spend time with my kids, so looked at changing career to something I could do in town. And was struggling, mature age apprenticeship, university degree, get some debt. Nothing was ideal. But my wife sort of said, well, you've got this goal to build your own house. Why don't you get some skills to do that? Apply for a trade. So I did that. I got carpentry, and it started to give me skills, which if I didn't have that goal, I probably would have never built my own house. So you've got to have that goal, that plan, and work towards it. And if it's a big goal like sailing the world or building a house or building a car, you're gonna need some skills. All the time is just gonna, and the budget is just gonna blow out. So bringing your own skills to the table, having a plan, getting it on paper is really important. Second is the budget. Now, even if you think you're going to do something for nothing, sorry if this camera's at the wrong angle or whatever, and the sun's shining in your eyes, even if you think you're going to do something for nothing, like you got some wood in your garage and you're going to build a bookcase, you got the screws, you got the varnish, sandpaper, everything, chances are you're still going to blow the budget somehow. It's just the way with DIY. So you'll go to drill a hole and you'll snap the drill bit. You'll be up for a new drill bit, $5. Thought you were going to get it done for free. Just doesn't work like that. So having some form of contingency is always good in the budget, and that way when it comes to negotiating with the wife on what you've done, it's better to be under budget than over budget. And if you allow for some contingency, unforeseens, it's every DIY project I've had, there was always something else I had to get or didn't foresee. because you're not an expert when you're doing something yourself. You're not coming into it as say an auto electrician and wiring up a car with the 12-volt system. You're coming in at it as a guy who doesn't know what he's talking about, or watch some YouTube videos, and that's it. And even the auto electrician, if he's going to quote you, he's going to allow a bit of contingency or profit or something, that if something goes wrong, he can take money out of that and not lose money. So having some sort of a budget, some sort of contingency, from the smallest to the biggest in your mind. Yes, it may make it sound initially like it's gonna cost more, but if you can convince the boss that that's the price and it comes in under budget, she's only going to be happy, or he, whoever your significant other is, or yourself. Now the third one is time. Time is the biggest one that is going to go wrong. Not always, but likely. Because even if you know what you're doing and you're building your own house, and I was a carpenter, I know somewhat what I'm doing, but I've done carpentry, for instance. I've seen the stick frame part of it go up and the second fix, hanging doors. That's my scope. Civil, all those other things, concreting that I did. Then you try cut corners on budget, and you save for the concreting. You don't get a pump truck in, and you do, because I had strip footings, you do split pours with strip footings and cold joints, and that way you can back your truck up to all your trenches, and you save a few $1,000s on pump trucks. But it all means it takes extra time. So yeah, time is one of those things. You'll sit down, say to build your PC, you got all the parts, and then you think, oh, it'll take me 8 hours max. You know, all the guys on the YouTube, you know, they tell you that, but it's your first time doing it. You don't want to get anything wrong. You're double checking yourself. It just takes time, and then you want to get your cable management neat, and then you have to redo something because the cable you ran is not in the ideal spot. Yeah, I'd always allow double what you think, and then you might be close. And if you're under that, you finish early. You know, you're giving yourself a good feeling about the project because you got done faster than you expected. But sometimes you can't even foresee. You think you're allowing double, and yeah, things blow out. Anyone who's worked on cars, you know, they sit in the shed way longer than they're meant to. Owner builders, you know, are notorious for, you know, never having a finished house ever. So, you know, you're doing it yourself, and which means you've got the freedom, you've got no boss, and you've got to carve out time from your work life or whatever it is. So yeah, the time thing on any DIY project is one to be wary of, and just allow yourself extra budget. And then with the plan, having a good plan will help with both of those things. You're going to be able to foresee more issues. Say you are building a house and you wanted to do the joinery yourself. Not having any joinery drawings right from the start, how are you going to estimate the time correctly or the budget correctly if you don't have those things drawn up? You know, is it going to be plywood? Is it going to be MDF? Are you going to have to paint it? Are you going to oil it, varnish it? Is it going to be drawers, or is it going to be cupboards? A drawer takes a lot longer to make than just a cupboard door with a couple of shelves. So getting as much down on paper in your plan or your goal as possible is what is going to help you with then figuring out how long it's going to take to do it, and figuring out how much it's going to cost to get it done. And I know you can't get every little nitty-gritty on the plan, but the more you can get down to every little nitty-gritty, the better. And it's just going to help you because you've thought about it all already at some stage, and putting it on paper while you're discussing it with your wife or whatever. You know, what colour do you want this? All right, let's put it on paper. Then we don't need to discuss it down the track. And then, you know, you don't have to go on to go, oh, what colour are we going to do it? What did we say a year ago when we had that conversation? Was it white or was it black? And then, no doubt, she's going to think about it all over again. Get back to you the next day. You can't just go out and buy the paint because it's on the page, written down. So, yeah. I mean, these are just project management things. Any project manager will tell you, you know, you need a good set of plans. Quantity surveyors, estimators, you know, they do a uni degree on this sort of stuff to get budgets correct. You can do a whole uni degree. So it's a pretty in-depth field. You know, there's a uni degree to draw plans, an architect or draftsperson or something. Then there's a uni degree to do cost estimating. Don't know about creating timelines. I mean, that's a more experienced thing, isn't it? So you're just going to need to get out in the field and get some experience. And if you don't have any, double, triple what you think it's going to take. And at least you'll get to sing yourself praises because you've done it in super quick time if you do get it done quicker. So yeah, a couple of little things to get you started, and the bigger picture things just to consider before you sit down and even, you know, repaint the walls of your house yourself or something like that. So yeah, hope that helps. Cheers.